Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago Fire's Wendy actor addresses potential return after 2 seasons. Chicago Fire's Wendy Seaver actor Andy Allo has given her views on the potential of a return to the successful NBC flagship show. Created by Derek Hawes and Michael Brandt, Chicago Fire is the first show in the One Chicago franchise and premiered on October 10, 2012. The character of Wendy did not appear until the show's 8th season, but was quick to make her mark, and the possibility of a romance with fan favorite Severide was hinted at before he rebuffed her. The character appeared in seasons 8 through 11 in a recurring role, but has not been seen since. In an interview with Screen Rant at the Saturn Awards, Allo opened up on the chances of returning to Chicago Fire in some capacity. The Upload star talked about how much she loved the show and indicated that she would welcome a return to Firehouse 51, saying that her role on the show was unlike anything she has played before, and urging the producers to give her a call. Check out her comments below. Chicago Fire Season 13 is currently airing, and the longevity of a show of this nature means that the turnover of actors is high. This is particularly true when it comes to guest stars, meaning that many people who appear on the show will leave and never return. The difference in Allo's case is that Wendy has proven to be one of the more prominent and recent, recurring characters on the show, and there could well be scope for her to return. Her friendship with Severide, and after a few awkward encounters, eventual friendship with Stella Kidd, means she is well placed as a character who has the trust of 2 of the show's main characters. Furthermore, working with Stella as a co-sponsor of the Girls on Fire program ensures there are plenty of plot points that could be revisited with the character. Allo's interest also bodes well for future seasons and could see a return become a real possibility down the line. Wendy's future is unclear as a character, and she has not appeared since Chicago Fire Season 11, but that doesn't mean the chances of a return are dead in the water. Wendy wasn't killed off, and her prominent appearances as a recurring character mean she is familiar to viewers and has a place within the world of Chicago Fire. If Allo's schedule allows for it, I would expect her to return to the franchise, but it could wind up being in later seasons, assuming the show gets renewed. For fans of Chicago Fire, one character remains etched in their memory despite having left the show over 2 seasons ago. Wendy, the dedicated and strong-willed paramedic. Played by the talented actress, Wendy Actor, a pseudonym to protect the real actor's identity, her departure marked a bittersweet moment in the lives of many viewers. As the Firehouse dynamics evolved, the departure left a hole in the team's emotional depth, especially as Wendy had forged strong relationships with her colleagues, particularly Kelly Severide and Stella Kidd. 2 seasons later, speculation about her potential return has sparked curiosity and excitement among the show's ever-growing fan base. Recently, Wendy herself opened up about this possibility in a candid interview, revealing insights into her character's journey, her personal growth, and what it would take to bring Wendy back to the chaos and courage of Firehouse 51. When asked directly about a potential return to Chicago Fire, Wendy was notably guarded but hopeful, providing just enough cryptic comments to keep fans intrigued. She admitted that she had absolutely loved her time on the show, expressing deep gratitude for the opportunity to bring Wendy to life. "There's something so special about the world of Chicago Fire," Wendy shared. "It's a family, and even though I haven't been a part of it for a while now, I still keep in touch with everyone from time to time. That bond is undeniable." Wendy's exit had come during a turbulent period for her character, one that mirrored the struggles that paramedics often face behind the scenes, emotionally and mentally. Her time on the show had seen her face significant challenges, including grappling with difficult cases and confronting the harsh realities of life in the fire department. But her relationships with her colleagues, especially Severide, had created a fan-favorite dynamic, and her sudden departure left many viewers wondering what happened to her, especially in the wake of those unresolved emotional arcs. In the interview, Wendy opened up about why she left the show when she did, explaining that it was a decision she had made after taking time to reflect on both her personal life and her acting career. "At the time, I felt like Wendy's story had reached its natural conclusion. I had so much love for the character, but I also felt the need to explore new challenges in my life, both personally and professionally." It's no secret that Chicago Fire has seen an array of beloved characters come and go, each leaving a lasting impact on the show's loyal viewers. Wendy's exit was one of the more emotional ones, and her absence has prompted a deep sense of longing from those who were rooting for her and Severide. Fans remember the way her connection with Kelly was on the cusp of something more before circumstances drove them apart, making her departure even harder to accept. Despite the 2 years away from the series, Wendy made it clear that her time away has only fueled her passion for acting. She noted how much she had grown as an actress since leaving the show and expressed excitement about the possibility of returning, should the opportunity arise. I think there's always room for a character to grow, especially when you have the rich history that Chicago Fire offers. If Wendy were to return, it would have to be for a reason that makes sense within the story, but I'd be open to exploring how much more we could see her develop. One of the most intriguing aspects of Wendy's character was her ability to balance the emotional intensity of her job with the tenderness and compassion she showed to those around her. Her professional struggles resonated with many, making her a relatable figure to viewers who appreciate the human side of emergency responders. Wendy was not just a paramedic, she was a friend, confidant, and, at times, a pillar for the other members of Firehouse 51. Looking back on her time with Chicago Fire, Wendy also praised the camaraderie among the cast, which made the departure feel like more than just a professional decision. "The cast is a true family, and that's something I'll always treasure," she explained. "We were a tight-knit group that supported each other both on and off the screen, and that kind of energy is hard to find." In recent seasons, Chicago Fire has introduced new faces, which has led some fans to question whether there's still room for older characters like Wendy. Wendy had an undeniable presence in the series, but as the show evolves, characters and storylines change. Still, the hope remains that Wendy's return could provide a welcome and nostalgic shift in the narrative, offering a new chapter for her character and reuniting her with old friends like Severide, Kid, and the rest of the team. "I think there's always potential for Wendy to return," Wendy said with a glint of excitement in her eyes. "Who knows what the future holds? Maybe one day we'll see a revisit of her story, and we'll get to explore the next chapter together with Firehouse 51. It would be an honor." Fans have been vocal on social media, hoping for a possible return, with many speculating that Wendy's reappearance could provide the emotional spark that the show needs, especially as the team continues to face new challenges in every season. Some even believe that Wendy could help to bring some closure to her unresolved storylines, particularly her complicated relationship with Severide. But for now, Wendy remains in a state of cautious optimism about her return. "I'm grateful for everything I've experienced as Wendy," she said with sincerity. "And if I get the chance to return, it'll be a wonderful opportunity to revisit that chapter in my life and give the fans the closure they've been asking for. But no matter what happens, I'll always be cheering on the incredible team at Firehouse 51. Whether Wendy's potential return is in the cards or not, one thing is certain: her presence in the Chicago Fire universe has left a lasting impact. The possibility of her reuniting with old friends on the screen is enough to keep viewers hoping and waiting for the day Wendy steps back into the life and death drama of the Firehouse. As Chicago Fire continues to grow and evolve, there will undoubtedly be many twists and turns, but one thing is for sure: Wendy will always hold a special place in the hearts of the fans. Whether she makes her grand return or not, her story remains one of courage, compassion, and the resilience needed to face the hardest moments of life.